Well, one of my viewers, LA Hover, he told me about a fix on the old carburetor. Like I say, this is the big piece of metal on the choke that with the vibration of motor, it just closed itself. But he said you can take the carburetor off and tighten up the nut here, which will help put it in a little bit more of a bind. And that should take care of the problem. Yeah, that's a lot tighter. That won't drop. But for $17, I bought that carburetor. So if you don't have infinite amount of money, you can fix the carburetor problem. That is good and stiff now. It's something to keep an eye on as well, because it just has a hammer point on this end, and it could open up a little bit, making that loose again. But that's just a quick housekeeping tip. You can fix the other carburetor. So I've got the carburetor, the new carburetor on here. I want a little bit faster jet, and in the package with the carburetor came 5 jets, plus the one that's in it. You get 6 to choose from altogether. There are numbers on the bottom of each of the jets. So what I'll do, it has good bottom end. I kind of like the bottom end for going up the hills, but I want a little bit higher speed. So I'm not going to jump more than 2 in size bigger and then try that out. But first, turn the gas off. You don't have to pull the fuel line, just loosen the nut, turn the carburetor to the side. I'll show you that. We'll pull out that jet, see what size it is, and then select a jet from the package. So we got a little Allen head screw here. We'll go ahead and loosen that up. I have an Altoids tin under here to catch the fuel. Now that that's loose, I should be able to just turn that. It'll stay right in place, don't have to take it off. I can get to the 2 screws now, pull them out, and it'll drain the fuel as that gets loose enough. I'm already dripping gas into that little pan. Like I say, the gas is turned off. And if you're a smoker, you might not want to be smoking right now. And right there is the jet. So we're going to keep the float out of the way here. We're just going to take out this small jet. We'll see what number that is. Just takes a flat screwdriver. Well, I don't see a number on it. I'm going to have to get my gauge out and see what size hole that is. Well, I have the jets all lined up here. There's everything from a 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, and 8.5. I believe the one it came with is a 7.5, just because putting it on the gauge here, it appears to be about, you know, within thousandths the same size. So I think I'm going to try the 8 first. So I'm going to put in that 8. And it's very easy and simple. Just don't cross thread it. If it stalls, back up and try it again. It should go in nice and easy. And you want to give just a little snug. Not a lot of snug. Well, I don't know if you can see it in there, but little beads that are rolling down, that's the alcohol that's in the gas. You can see where it was sitting there on that edge for a while. It's wet. So I don't care what they say about alcohol is safe for vehicles. No, it's not. Not something that is on a gravity system where it all ends up in the bottom. That's just my 2 cents worth on the stump. So we're going to put the fuel bowl back on, and we're going to need to push out out of the way of the float. Just make sure it doesn't get caught. And the little indent here is where the fuel bowl will tighten up correctly, otherwise it won't even go on. We'll get a screw started here. I'm not going to tighten anything just yet. I'll put the other screw in. So now that we have both screws snugged and not terribly tight, just snug, I'm going to roll that back where it'll sit level. And using the Allen wrench once again, we'll tighten this up. Now don't try this at home. I'm a trained professional. But this is that gas that was in the carburetor. And if you hear any hissing and sizzling, that's the water that was in it. Hear it? You see the bubbles being created there? That's the not gas stuff. Now remember, I told you one time that you have to be 13 years old and at least this high to watch my videos. This is one of the reasons why we don't want to give anybody any bad ideas. Well, I'll take you on a quick ride. We'll get you all mounted up here. And I'll have you looking down at the bike. Alright, we're going to see if this thing will start up. Got the gas on, everything checked. Mirrors. Alright, camera hosed up on me. I don't know what's going on with it. At least I was able to save all the files I'd gotten earlier. But I tried the 8. Yeah, the 8. And it was a little bit more sluggish, so I went down one. I've gone down to the 6.5 that was sitting here. And the one it came with, I think was a 7.5 because it matches the one here. So I've gone down to the smallest one that it came with, and we'll see if that picks up some top end. I might lose some bottom end, so I might go to the 7. But we're going to give this thing another shot. I'll put you on the helmet so you got a helmet cam looking down at the bike to see what I'm seeing. We got our gas on. Traffic sucks. We'll see if we get out there. I don't know if that jet wants to go or not. It's a smaller jet. Might have to give it a choke. Well, that was much better on the high end. It even went better than the other carburetor did. I'm guessing going smaller reduces that fuel to air mixture, and it was just the right amount to give me a better top end. The bottom end wasn't bad either. This carburetor may be the ideal thing for this motor. Well, in review, I did have the 8-point in jet in here. When we went to take it for a ride, the camera died on me, so I went ahead and took it for a ride. I didn't have the top end I thought I should. Had great bottom end on it, but I think it was flooding the motor. So what I did is I took that out while the battery charged on the camera. I just took it for a ride, and I did get the 6.5 put in. Took it for a ride again, and I have great top end. One thing I got to find out is how does it work on the hills yet. Jury's out. That's about 3 miles away, and it's raining again, so we'll have to wait on that. But I'm thinking the 6.5 with this motor set up, the gearing on the rear end with this particular carburetor is going to be about the right one. Well, it's raining again, so we're working on the inside today. I just took it for a test ride. I think we have it sorted out for the carburetor. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. Leave me a comment. I've got a lot of great comments and helpful hints. I want to thank you all.